Oh crap, my ride's here. Okay. So I gotta pick this up some other time, but yeah. I gotta go back a couple days later, and it's my day off, so I'm not wearing any makeup, so. But, yeah, I can't remember what question we left off on. I think the question that we left off on was how many kids do you want total, and who do you plan on being in the delivery room? Asked by Holly Jones. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the last question I answered. The next question is by Olivia Morris, and she would like to know any updates on Dallas, and also what is your favorite meal to make? I don't really have too many updates on Dallas. Okay, so basically he pops in randomly sometimes, you know. For a while there, he was popping in a lot more random, you know, like he would like not show up or communicate with us at all or whatever, and then just like randomly show up at our house and be like, hey, can I take Aaliyah to, you know, go do this or whatever. And it got to the point where I was like, dude, you need to stop showing up just randomly. If you want to spend time with Aaliyah, then you can get a hold of me first and we can come up with a plan. But yeah, you need to stop just freaking popping in randomly, because that's not gonna work with me. It just seemed kind of funny and a little ironic that before Dallas had a girlfriend or whatever, because now he has a girlfriend who has like children of her own, he never stopped by, you know, like he never came by to see her, you know, except for, you know, like his last girlfriend that he had before this girl, you know, she was like a drug addict. She was a known drug addict, and I'm pretty sure he was using too, and yeah, he never stopped by to like see Aaliyah, which, you know, is good, because if he was using drugs, then, you know, I don't want him to try and like be seeing Aaliyah, but I feel like he knew that, you know, I feel like he knew that he wasn't doing good and that the woman he was with wasn't doing good, so he never stopped by to try and see Aaliyah. And then all of a sudden he starts dating this new girl, and she's got kids, and I don't know if they're using or anything. I want to believe they're not. As soon as he starts dating this new girl with kids or whatever, then all of a sudden he starts showing up to like be like, hey, I want to take Aaliyah. So it just kind of felt like he was trying to use her as like a trophy, you know, like, you know, he was trying to be like, oh yeah, I have a daughter too, in fact, let's go pick her up, you know. It's like, who do you think you are, you know, like, you don't get to just freaking pop in randomly and just be like, hey, I'm gonna come pick up my daughter, now all of a sudden that you have somebody you want to fucking show her off to. So we really need to come up with like a custody agreement, and that is something that needs to happen. I'm just like, I freaking hate the court system, and I hate freaking, you know, doing all of that freaking court shit when I really don't think that Dallas gives that many shits. You know, I really feel like the only reason that he's trying to be a part of her life right now is because he has a girlfriend who has kids. Wish the best for him, hope he does, you know, well in life, but, yeah, he's definitely a Disneyland dad when it comes to Aaliyah. He just shows up when he feels like it, and then, you know, kind of wins her over with, like, you know, ice cream and candy and, you know, stuff like that. What's my favorite meal to make? I hate to cook. I don't like to make meals. Just kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. I really hate cooking, but, I don't know if I really have like a favorite meal that I like to make. Pretty much anything that's like tasty and quick. I tend to be one of those people that like if I try to follow a recipe and it takes me like hours and I spend like hours in the kitchen, or I'm also the type of person that I'll spend all day cooking something and it just turns out like crap, you know. I'm like the worst cook ever, so I need something simple, I need something fast. If you guys have easy, simple recipe ideas, definitely leave those in the comments, because I will definitely be writing those down and giving them a go. But they have to be easy, they have to be simple, because I'm a dummy when it comes to cooking. Okay, so I think the remainder of the questions that weren't answered is by Joanne Paquette Allen. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. But she would like to know, will you and Sean be staying with your mom after baby arrives? So this is the question that I was kind of like dreading, because I did not plan on, number one, I never planned on being pregnant at my mom's house ever again. I always figured that, you know, I would be in our own place doing our own thing, and then I would, you know, get pregnant and announce it to my mom and it would be all great and dandy, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I never planned on being with my mom while I was pregnant again. And after I found out I was pregnant, it became like my big goal to be out of my mom's place before this baby was born. You know, like that was like my main goal, was to get out of this place before the baby's born. And life events have just, you know, as usual, been piling on, and it's getting less and less likely that we're going to be out of this place before the baby's born. So that is my goal. And the reason why this is like the hardest question for me to talk about is because I feel like recently, like ever since I started filming again, like I am a lot more like sensitive when it comes to like people's opinions of how our life is going. Like, the idea of me staying at my mom's house after this baby is born is already hard enough on me, and like I already am like judging myself and hating myself for it. You know, even though my mom is so supportive, like she is like, why are you so stressed out? Like, why are, like, it's fine. You can have the baby here, you know, for a while, and then you guys will get in your own place and it'll be fine, you know? But I am like so judgmental of myself. I already hate myself enough for this, you know, that I know other people are out there like hating on me and kind of like, oh wow, she's pregnant again at her mom's house, you know, and blah blah blah, you know. So like I never wanted to not only be living at my mom's house with another baby, but also I never wanted to be filming that and putting that out there for you guys to see that, you know, we are still at my mom's house or back at my mom's house. Not still, because we were doing things, you know, on our own for a long time, and we were doing just fine for a long time, and it just so happens that this is, you know, we moved back into my mom's and I got pregnant. So my biggest thing was like filming and putting my life out there with YouTube and everything, and you know, living the life that we're living is, you know, like I feel judged, you know, and I already judge myself enough, and I feel judged by people and assume that I know that people are going to, you know, hate me for this or whatever. But you know, this is our life, and I'm going to put my life out there, and I'm going to be honest, and it's not always shits and giggles, and it's not always, you know, picket fence, you know, perfect. So, yeah, it is what it is. Our goal is to be out of the house, be out of this house before the baby's born, but it's just looking more and more like that's not going to happen. So it's just one thing after another, and it honestly, if I were to sit here, or if I were not doing YouTube and I weren't putting my life out there for other people to see, I would be 20 times, you know, less stressed. You know, I would be a lot less stressed if I wasn't doing YouTube, you know, and putting our life out there, because I would feel so much less judged, because, you know, the person that their opinion really does matter is my mom. You know, this is her house. This is, you know, she's the one that's like, that took us in and is like doing us the favor by letting us live here, and she doesn't care, you know, she supports us and knows that we're doing everything that we possibly can. I just feel like I had to get that off my chest. I know that wasn't your question or anything, you know, like about all that other rambly stuff, but I just feel like I had to like get that off my chest, because like that's how I've been feeling about the whole situation. It's been really hard for me to film and to update you guys on like what's going on with our living situation, because, you know, it does suck. It freaking sucks, you know. If it's not one thing, it's another, and there's always some sort of freaking stress that is, you know, building on and kind of being an obstacle to like keep us from moving forward. The goal is to be out of my mom's house before or very soon after the baby is born. And that will happen. Whether the haters believe it or not, it's gonna freaking happen. Okay, so then the same person would like to know, have you thought of having Aaliyah tested for ADD because of her struggles at school? I can't remember if I've mentioned this. I feel like I mentioned this in the last part of this video. But, yeah, Aaliyah is not going to be tested for ADD anytime soon, because when we took her to the doctor for her like checkup or whatever, while we were at that doctor's appointment, I asked the doctor about testing her for ADD because of her issues in school, and he was saying that they really don't like to test kindergartners for ADD because it's too hard to tell, you know, it's too hard to tell whether they're ADD or whether they're just a hyper kid, you know. And he was saying that by the looks of her, she didn't seem like she had ADD. He said that she seemed, you know, like fine. She seemed like a normal, at that time, 5-year-old little girl. So, yeah, we're not going to be testing her for ADD. And plus, just so you guys know, she has been doing phenomenally better in school. She has not been having as many issues. I feel like, you know, a lot of you guys were mentioning that she just needed time to adjust, and I definitely believe that as well. I feel like she just needed more time to adjust, and she has started to adjust, and now she's doing full days of school, because at first she was just doing 3 hours of the day at school, and now she's doing from 8 o'clock in the morning, well, 8:40 in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon. So she's going to full days of school, and she's doing phenomenally, and, you know, just doing so much better. So no, we're not going to be testing her for ADD. But yeah, I think that is it for this video. That is all the questions that I have, and yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to leave a big thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you guys in our next video. Bye!